CR 12347, State of Texas versus Adrian Arius. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense?
Ted Wood for Mr. Arius.
Are you Mr. Arius?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Arias, I'm going to show you a document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
We didn't review it, but I did read it.
All right. Do you want to have a chance to review that with your attorney? Are you sure? Because we're here. All right. Are you the same Adrian Arius who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 12347 for the offense of deadly conduct firearm on May 9th, 2022 for a period of 4 years? Is that you? All right, state.
Your Honor, in violation of Commission number 2, on or about the 22nd day of July 2022 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Adrian Arius, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as instructed by the supervision officer in violation of Commission number 2.
Just one moment. There has to be another motion because I only have the one that has a violation of condition number 25. Probation, do you have a copy of the other motion? I don't have it.
Might be an old one actually that I have.
I got it from probation.
Because the only one I have is dated, that was signed on February 3rd. And that's a violation of the substance abuse treatment facility.
That's probably the correct one.
No,
It's an old one.
so I believe it's this one.
It is the old one. Oh.
Yes, so this one has previously been heard. So are you withdrawing the entry of violation of condition number 2, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed.
Okay. Violation of condition number 25, on or about the 3rd day of February 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Adrian Arius, did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department Substance Abuse Treatment Facility, and that the defendant has been unsuccessfully discharged from the Substance Abuse Treatment Facility program in violation of condition number 25.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? All right, can you state? Did you understand by pleading true to violation of 25, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Were you aware of that?
Yeah.
No, I mean, not you believe so. All right, so this is what I want you to do for me. Straighten your body, look me in the eye, all right? So were you aware that by pleading true to violation of condition number 25, the court could find it true, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Were you aware of that?
I was aware it was up to 10 years, Your Honor, but you did say, I thought you could tell me.
Okay, so you're gonna have to stop mumbling. You're gonna have to open up so I can hear you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of 25? All right, the court is finding violation of 25 true. Is there an agreement?
Your Honor, there's not an agreement.
State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we would request, he has shown, probation has not been successful for him. The treatment facility, he could not abide by the rules. There were other significant allegations that came out of that, Your Honor. So our recommendation would either be to revoke, to make an adjudication of guilt and revoke, or if the court is inclined to continue him for safety.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, Mr. Arias and I talked extensively last week about what happened in SADF. It's unfortunate. What I'm asking for, Judge, is that you deny the motion to enter adjudication, send him home to let him wait on a treatment slot at felony drug court. I believe he's been accepted into felony drug court. I think that SADF may have been at terms and conditions of his admission into felony drug court. He's excited about getting into felony drug court.
Well, I mean, is felony drug court going to accept him because he was unsuccessfully discharged from SADF?
Maybe not, Judge.
All right.
That may be an analysis that, I can reach out to Deanna or CJ or somebody and see if what they have to say about it. We can reset this for another day if the court please.
No, we're not going to reset it for another day.
Spoke to them, Your Honor, and they told me that I qualified for drug court
When was this talking to them?
about 2 weeks ago.
Who requested that he be referred to felony drug court for them to have spoken to him 2 weeks ago?
Your Honor.
All right. And did you get an update?
The report that I have, it contains meets the criteria, however, he was rejected. Felony drug court with the act capacity. And so their recommendation was to refer him to safety because of the act capacity. That was done, that report was sent on February 6th.
All right. All right. So here's the thing, Mr. Arias. It appears to me that you don't want to be on probation. It appears to me that you wish to continue with your drug use. And there are some things that I can help people with and some things that I cannot. For example, I can give you all the tools possible. I can fill up your toolbox with this is what you do if you have the urge to use. Here's a treatment program we can give to you. But if you want to accept it, and if you're just living your life the way you want to live it, and then coming to the court asking for mercy, that's not going to fly.
Oh, no, that's not true, Your Honor. I've never been MTR'd out of any probation. I've always completed them, Your Honor. My probation officer treated me unfairly, Your Honor, revoked me for all kinds of things. I was 2 months into a 4-year probation period, and she revoked me for every last stipulation there was on it, Your Honor. I was trying to.
Well, here's the thing. Time out. Here's the thing. You can say, maybe, I don't know. I don't like people to speak ill of people who are not present. You can say that maybe your probation officer, maybe y'all have a personality conflict, a communication conflict, and you all don't get along. But the fact that they're putting violations in your motion to revoke, you can't say it's not true. If it isn't true, then we'll go there. You can't say that you're not using meth or marijuana. I mean, maybe you want to say that, but when probation's officers put allegations in these motions, sometimes maybe they'll let other people slide. Maybe the person who doesn't report exactly at 9 a.m. on the 12th when they ask them to, maybe they come on the 13th, they let them slide. And then maybe for you, they don't let you slide. But the rules are in place and there are consequences to every rule. Do you understand? And I don't know why people seem to think that there should not be any consequences for actions, but they are. Like, here's the thing. If I don't pay my electric bill, you know what the consequences of that are? Coming home to a dark house. I don't pay my water bill. You know what the consequences of not having water? Knocking on my next door neighbor's door. And my neighbors are great. I know if I knock on their door, they'll let me spend the night there. And I'll say, please don't tell my mom I didn't pay my bill. But you have got to make a decision on what you want your life to be. If you want your life to be constantly looking over your shoulder because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, constantly worrying about when you're going to get your next drug so that you can live a life of being high, that's on you.
Your Honor, I had quit using drugs, Your Honor, and I told her that. When I took my second UA, I told her I was gonna UA dirty, but that my level should be lower, and on the third UA, I would be clean.
Why are you not doing safe? Why was there an issue with SATA?
Because I had been singled out, Your Honor, by the younger men there, and they had been pushing me, and eventually just became too much, Your Honor. And I got into a fight with one of them. There was a day one of them threw a roll of toilet paper at my face. I was watching TV. Here comes a roll of toilet paper. It's the one next to me. I did nothing about it, Your Honor. I looked at them. I kept watching TV, Your Honor. I tried, Your Honor. They pushed me and pushed me.
Probation?
They wouldn't leave me alone.
Could I see the documentation on this being released from SATA?
I was doing everything else that was to do, Your Honor.
All right, so people, when we're on the record and you're behind the court reporter, please do not talk. Or either just ask the deputy if you can move your client to the other end because probation cannot hear. right, thank you. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm reading. I need everyone to please whisper. It says on February 3rd, 2023, security monitor was monitoring the central dorm as he was preparing the residents for recreation and getting up from his desk. Mr. Simmons witnessed both residents, Arius and Bruno, fighting without warning. Shift leader Ann Castro, along with other staff members, responded quickly. Resident Bruno stepped away with a bloody nose and resident Arius with a bruise in his face. Both residents received medical attention. Minutes later, this RCSO watched the video surveillance and saw resident Arius aggressively headbutt, throw a punch, striking him in the face, and then place resident Bruno in a chokehold. This RCSO spoke to resident Arius about his involvement in the fight, and resident Arius admitted the fight between him and resident Bruno occurred in the central dorm. Resident Arius said that the resident Bruno asked his age and made fun of him. Resident Arius stated he told resident Bruno to go and get in shape because his nipples looked like a 12-year-old girl. On February 3rd, resident Arius was returned to Bexar County. So it appears that your behavior is not good behavior.
Okay. And I told them how it happened, and they said to me, that's what it looked like.
Right.
I never punched that guy in the face, Your Honor. Yes, I did headbutt him, Your Honor. I didn't punch him in the face, and I didn't put him in a chokehold.
Mhm.
When I headbutted him, he grabbed my leg. He tried to take me down to the floor, Your Honor. He ended up pushing me back a couple of bumps. Yes, I grabbed him in a headlock because he was holding on to my leg, Your Honor. I never punched him in the face, and he never stepped away. They pulled him off me.
All right, you have a choice today. Here's your choice. I will send you to prison for 4 years, or you can go to safety. Those are your two choices. There is no third option on the table.
This is the moment where the entire hearing reaches a critical decision point. The judge has laid out two options: prison for 4 years or another opportunity through treatment and supervision. But importantly, the judge then denies the motion and imposes additional conditions instead. Would you consider that a fair second chance given everything discussed in this hearing?
Third option on the table. What would you prefer? All right. The court will deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include safety. And upon release, there's to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days. And probation, you can see if felony drug court will accept him. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, anything else, Mr. Arias? You're welcome. You had better start doing, we're off the record. You had better start doing better, because the other thing that was in that report is that you are minimizing your drug issues. And let me just tell you, anybody who's putting illegal substances in their body and sometimes prescribed substances in their body need to acknowledge that. And if you can't acknowledge that you have a problem, nobody can help you with the problem. because you don't even see it as one. Do you understand?
Can I say something?
Do you really want to say something? I think you probably don't want to.
I do, Your
Okay, let's hear it.
Honor. I started using methamphetamine
Because what?
because I had prior business.
Mhm.
Okay, and I went to the hospital and they almost killed me. And it left me traumatized, Your Honor, and they wanted $40,000 for surgery and I didn't have $40,000. They don't have medication for prior.
Mhm.
The only thing I could come up with to help myself was.
All right, so here's the
and they
thing.
killed me, Your Honor.
Now, here's the thing. What you're doing now is you're making an excuse for your use of meth.
I'm done with drugs.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, we
47.
will see.
47 years. I'm pushing this. I'm not doing this.
Well, you need to let them know it's safety and you need to follow through. If you don't, you're going to find yourself back here. And from here on out, you need to realize you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Ultimately, the court chose not to revoke Arias's supervision at this hearing, giving him another opportunity to pursue treatment while adding strict requirements, including sober meetings and continued probation oversight. But the judge made the stakes unmistakably clear. Failure to follow through could bring him back before the court, with up to 10 years in prison still hanging over the case. The broader takeaway is that a second chance only matters if the person actually uses it. What do you think? Did the judge strike the right balance between accountability and rehabilitation? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.